The next part of our program is a bit unusual, I think, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm sorry there's so little time left, but I'm going to introduce my successor at the Emerald Necklace Conservancy. Many of you know that I was an ESC client long before I came to ESC as your president. And the person who took my job and has run with it fantastically well is Karen Mauney Brodek. And Karen is coming to the stage now to join me and to talk a bit about the influence that the strategic plan that ESC did with the Emerald Necklace Conservancy board and staff 5 years ago. That was the groundwork. We called it the 2020 plan. So at least you had a plan for a year that had a pandemic. I don't think we had the pandemic in there, Karen, but we foresaw a lot of things that you have been able to make happen. And I thought it might be fun for a client to sort of tell us how they're doing 5 years later. What difference did the plan make? So Karen.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to give a short presentation where I highlight some of these things. I'm really jealous. I wasn't here to work with you guys, so I hear all these wonderful people, and but we had the products of your labor, and I was able to walk into an organization that already had your brilliance. So I am going to share my screen quickly. Many of you likely know the Emerald Necklace, but for those of you that don't, the organization that Julie led and now I have the honor of leading works to steward the Emerald Necklace, which is Boston's oldest linear park system, America's oldest linear park system, and the first piece of green infrastructure, which is a pretty hot term these days, invented here in Boston by Olmsted. And this was an organization that came to ESC, and you were tremendous in helping steward the latest strategic plan. And we work on restoring the parks, supporting the parks, and many programs that range from landscape maintenance to other public programs. And what you're seeing here are a picture of our new visitor center displays that we added for our 20th anniversary, which was one of the projects that one of the main points that was presented in the strategic plan, really planning for that 20th anniversary. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but just as a quick clip to show you a little bit more about the parks and experience them. I hope you all get to go back out and see these parks again anew. And run around, maybe even with your masks off. It's pretty exciting to feel the air on your mouths, huh?
In the heart of Boston and Brookline, following the contours of the muddy river, lies 1,100 acres of interconnected parks, meandering paths, and vibrant waterways. This is the Emerald Necklace, a linear park system that connects our city from Back Bay to Dorchester. Built by Frederick Law Olmsted over 100 years ago, the necklace is revered as one of this country's first examples of green infrastructure, a water management solution disguised as a park. Today, as cities around the world plan for the impacts of climate change, the Emerald Necklace continues to be viewed as a pinnacle of design that serves two critical urban needs: stormwater management and green space. Olmsted knew intuitively that visiting parks not only benefits our physical health, but also our mental well-being. Since his time, countless studies have confirmed that spending even a few minutes in nature can reduce stress and anxiety. And today, we need this relief more than ever. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, more people are finding recreation and respite in the necklace, rediscovering, or perhaps feeling for the first time, the healing power of nature right in the heart of our city. It is both the beauty and the challenge of Olmsted's design that these parks appear so natural, that we think they've always simply existed here and will go on existing. Instead, we must remember that these places need our ongoing care and investment to fulfill their original purpose: to protect our city from flooding, and to connect our communities in a space that provides respite and recreation to all. This park system, created for the benefit of all Bostonians, can only continue to thrive and serve our community with consistent and committed stewardship from our leaders, from our neighbors, and from you. The Emerald Necklace Conservancy is the only organization committed to restoring and improving these parks for all, and we can only be successful with your help. You can make a difference by learning and telling others about the Emerald Necklace, by signing up for Conservancy updates and opportunities to make your voice heard on behalf of the parks, and by making a gift today to support this incredible gift of nature right in our city. Head over to www.emeraldnecklace.org to get started. We look forward to seeing you in the parks.
So thanks again. Thank you for allowing. Okay, I'm trying to get to the next slide. So in the strategic plan that ESC worked on, it sort of set us up, I think, for a lot of the things that we're showing there in that video. Number one, really working to continue to strengthen our park management with our public partners. We have 3 public agencies that we work with. Actually, I'm thinking that we have at least 4, because we are working so much with Mass DOT with the Charles Gate work that we're working on, continuing to work with our youth and families, our advocacy work, which has really been ramping up even greater in some recent projects, and really investing in sort of these things with technology and others. And I'm just going to highlight a couple of things that we've been able to accomplish. We have now really completed the first phase of the tree management work that is so key to those partnerships. We match dollar for dollar everything that the public partners spend on tree care. And this last couple of years were really huge years for us, where we pruned thousands of trees. And so we've now spent over $4 million combined on all that tree work. And this year was a huge year for us. During the COVID pandemic, we were able to still do that work, and that was amazing. One of the major things also in our work that Julie and the strategic plan really set us up for was having the space to expand to the Curly House, which was another location that we really needed the additional space. We were storing all of our supplies in a truck. Basically, we didn't have when you are an outdoor group and you need places to put your garbage bags and your shovels and your rakes, and we didn't really have that. And this was really a brilliant thing. Now we have a visitor center that is able to tell more of the story. We have more spaces for visitors, and then we really have a space. And during this time, it has been amazing to have the space the Curly House has to offer, because people are able to go one day, another day. No one has to be in the same room at the same time. We were able to really space out. And of course, the 20th anniversary celebration, which the strategic plan talked about really focusing on. When I started, we immediately worked towards planning for something that would really celebrate the parks and really bring people to the parks. And that's me reminding me to stop talking. This was a project that we were able to fundraise for in record time, but also really try and bring community members to participate and really do something collaborative at all the pieces of the necklace, because really reminding people about the length of the necklace has been something that has been a huge part of our marketing and branding work that we are continuing to work to do. So I think that was the last. We continue to work to advocate for the revitalization of Charles Gate Park. I don't know how many of you are aware of the piece of the necklace that is under the Balker overpass between the Back Bay Fens and the Esplanade, and we're working to really reinvent that area. And it is a tremendous amount of advocacy and community work, but I think we've made some real strides there. And then the continued advocacy around the completion of the restoration of the Muddy River. I'm not going to talk about it because I could literally talk about it for hours, as I'm sure Julie actually still can. And I think that was the last, sorry, I'm having trouble there. Yeah, so thank you so much to ESC for helping frame those goals and our strategic plan. I hope we made you proud with achieving at least a few key ones. And thank you very much for letting me come and update you on the work.
I had hoped, Karen, that we were going to be able to have more of a conversation, but we are running a little behind. But so thank you so much for updating us on what you've accomplished. And several members of the team are here. Ashok, I know, is here. I didn't see Bill Huss come in, but he was supposed to. I know Mark Hoffman was here. So it was fun working with the ESC as a client, and I have found it fun working with the ESC as its leader these last 5.5 years. So I'll ask you one question, which I think you can answer in a very short soundbite, because we do have one other piece of business we need to do. And that is, are you going to be open for concerts and in-person events this summer?
We are. We have been open for some small things. 25 or less is the rule, and we do plan to have controlled size but outdoor events this summer. Stay tuned.
Fantastic. Yes, if you're ever in town when the Emerald Necklace is having a concert outside, they're pretty special events. So thank you so much, Karen.